Well, Michael, it's your first point as head coach of Shrewsbury Town. What did you make of your side's efforts here tonight?
Yeah, I think there was a good mixture of everything in the performance tonight. I thought for large periods in that first half, I thought we were really brave, played some really good football at times, albeit the majority in that mid-third, which I get, but the players are sort of taking lots of stuff on board that we're trying to work on in the very short space I've had on the grass with them. Can do a little bit better in that final third in terms of quality. That let us down at times, but I can take that for now, as long as we can build on obviously the other stuff. And then, I thought the second half we were clearly going to come under pressure. We're playing against a side who won a lot of games of football this year. Got a huge squad we can rely on. Very experienced players to come off the bench, very experienced attacking players to come off the bench and help them. And we've shown a different side of our game. We've shown a bit of grit, a bit of determination. Jam had to come up with a couple of saves when he needed to, and we need that. We had to deal with, at times, corners where we were completely outsized in pretty much every way. But the lads found a way of sort of dealing with that. And in the end, I think, you looked at some of their faces, like they actually looked comfortable. They actually looked comfortable and quite enjoyed the fact that they were under the cosh a little bit. So that was pleasing to see, because it won't be like that in the remainder of the 7 games. We'll have bigger spells and stronger spells ourselves. So yeah, delighted. Yeah,
terrific clean sheet. They've been so hard to come by. I think that's the 4th of the season actually in League One for Shrewsbury this season. And what about the back 3 as well, the way they played their part?
Absolutely, yeah. And listen, they needed to play well tonight, because the boy Coney, even when he's a lone striker at times, they're sort of midfield players, or their 10s get close to him really quickly. So both Feeney's, obviously Josh and Morgan, did ever so well. I've got to say, obviously Josh on that left hand side, not necessarily natural to him, but I thought he was outstanding the way he dealt with it, so composed, picked his moments when he needed to be aggressive or not. So yeah, listen, it was hard to single out sort of too many players. I thought John Mark was putting a proper captain's performance, played in a little bit more reserve role than what he used to, but I thought he did it ever so well.
How's for Dane Oliver, who had to go off injured in the first half?
Yeah, if I'm being honest, it doesn't look great. The ankle's pretty big. Obviously he's going to have a scan on it to get the full sort of extent of like how bad it is, but yeah, my first thoughts unfortunately are like quite bad ones, yeah.
Well, we wish him well. Step in the right direction though, all things considered. After Saturday was always going to be tough at Birmingham, of course, and a 4-1 scoreline there. To come here a few days later, it's been a tough start, hasn't it, for you? Birmingham away, Wycombe away. Lots to be encouraged about tonight, ultimately. Yeah,
absolutely. Like I say, I've seen 2 or 3 different sides of the team tonight in a real positive manner, which I was pleased. They reacted from the weekend really well. And there was loads of positive to take from it, in possession and out of possession. And you could tell in the dressing room afterwards that even though it was only a draw, we kept a clean sheet, and the players were absolutely delighted at the performance.
Since you last spoke to the media yesterday at the training ground, there has been news, or news has come out now, confirmed by a statement from the chairman earlier today, about the proposed potential takeover not happening. I know you're new to the club, Michael, but thoughts on that from your point of view?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like I say, I'm very new, and I've only been in the building less than a week now. Look, all I can say, there's no one more disappointed than the chairman. From sort of like speaking and knowing all the sort of staff as early as what I can, and like say in this short space of time, the chairman's gutted. He did everything in his power to try and make sure that there was a safe and easy, secure way of obviously the club being taken over. And he's hurting. He is hurting because he like all Shrewsbury fans thought that this was the one, and the funding that the sort of club needs to take it forward. They all thought it was going to happen. I'm sure that sort of going forward now he'll be working really hard to try and find a different proposal for the club, and he worked very hard this time round, and I'm sure he's going to do the same again.
Good point tonight. Thanks for your time, Michael.
Cheers, thank you.